I'm Kaarin Engelmann. I'm the owner of Thomas Mercantile, which is in Swan Lake, Idaho, about halfway in between Pocatello and Logan. It was originally built around 1910. The Thomas brothers rode into town. They found a little store called Thomas Mercantile, totally different Thomas. It was on the other side of the railroad tracks, and they ended up buying it. And they ran the store there for a while, and then they decided they wanted to expand it, so they moved the whole store over here. That was in between 1910 and 1923. It was run continuously by Thomas family members until 2017, when Kim Thomas, the owner at the time, closed it, and then he passed away suddenly in 2020, and the family decided to sell the building. And I had been looking for a historic building here in Idaho to work on and restore. I don't know, as I researched, as I talked to people who'd come here and the significance of it to them, and I have sisters in Downey, so just down the road about 10 miles, and they didn't have a grocery store anymore, and it just felt like this was the right place, the right time. I bought the building in spring of 21. Spent from about the spring of 21 to about the spring of 22 making plans, working with an architect, trying to find somebody who understood the importance of maintaining the history. A lot of people walk in the store and they say, wow, you've done a lot. Wouldn't it have been cheaper to tear it down and start over? And I say, yes, but that wasn't the point. To me, if when you lose some of your history, when you lose the architecture, when you lose the community memory, you lose a lot of the attraction of places. It just becomes a generic place as opposed to something that's kind of close to your heart. Around Memorial Day 2022 is when the real construction started. That needed a lot more work than I expected. We ended up taking off the front of the store. We needed to put in some more support here, so we didn't have problems with that. So we rebuilt it to look like it did in the pictures of the 1960s and whatnot. And then the big task was tearing off the roof and then putting completely new roof in and completely new ceiling in. Got everything pulled together, finished it right before Memorial Day of 2023, which was our grand opening. We finished construction and I said, oh, now I have to come up with inventory. So our inventory was a little bit light when we very first opened, but over time I've gotten more and more people have been interested in bringing in their wares in order to sell where they bring it in, and I try to help them sell it. We go from Cache Valley all the way up to, I just had a guy yesterday bring in some obsidian knives from Ashton. We'll have some huckleberry products from farther northern Idaho, and so we're spreading out and really focusing on local products, fresh foods, things from Idaho and then nearby. If we work on things locally, if we don't spend tons of money on transportation, and if we know who makes our food and we have connections to them, it strengthens our community, it strengthens us financially. It just builds a lot of connections that we're missing in today's world.